Do you experience leg cramps at night that wake you up and continue to disrupt your sleep, especially in your hamstrings or the muscles behind your thighs and or in your calf muscles, the muscles in the back of your lower leg? These are two common places where these cramps can typically happen, and you are not alone in dealing with this challenge. The good news is there is something you can do about it. And in this video, I'm going to tell you, as a physical therapist, my top 3 strategies to manage and help to prevent these leg cramps from happening in the future. So let's get started. The first strategy to reduce leg cramps at night is completing gentle movements right before you go to bed. You can do these lying down or sitting at the edge of the bed. The goal is simply just to move your joints through certain ranges of motion that feel good, to activate those muscles, improve your blood flow to help flush out anything that may have collected throughout the day. Leg cramps can happen with longer periods of immobility. This is why at night they tend to happen. If right before you went to bed, maybe you were sitting, winding down, watching a couple episodes of a show on TV, or you were just relaxing, likely in a period of immobility. If you can shorten that window of immobility, you likely can help to reduce those muscle cramps. This first example of a gentle movement you can do includes just simply sliding your heel up and then straightening your leg. This helps to work the thigh muscles, the muscles in the front of your thigh, and your hamstrings, the muscles in the back of your thigh. Running through 5 or 10 repetitions of these can usually be an ample amount to make an effect. I would do this on both sides. Another variation is just sitting at the edge of the bed and kicking one leg out and then the other. This can also be helpful to activate those same muscles. Gentle movement and stretching can also be helpful when you're actively dealing with a leg cramp. Moving the muscle that tends to be cramping can be helpful in relieving it. The second strategy can help prevent leg cramps from happening. One of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of people making with arthritis is overdoing it, or pushing themselves too much. Doing so can lead to increased joint pain, joint and muscle stiffness and tightness. It can lead to that dull achiness, that discomfort, and reduced mobility. By overdoing it, you can potentially trigger leg cramps at night. If you are pushing yourself past your limits during the day, then you go rest at night, you may still have some of that residual tightness, some of that residual anger that's residing in those muscles, in those joints. One of the best ways to help prevent this is to learn from it. Ask yourself, what changed, or what did you do differently? Did you maybe try a new activity that you haven't tried in a while or ever before? Did you do something for longer than you typically do? This tends to happen a lot of times with yard work and gardening in the spring. Did you walk for a longer time or a longer distance than you typically do? Now, it may not be super obvious at first, and that's okay. Being able to reflect on this and see what you can do differently to help modify and prevent these leg cramps from happening can be very powerful in helping you regain your sleep. This third strategy helps to address the root cause of why these leg cramps or these muscle cramps keep happening. Muscle cramping can be a sign of weakness. It can be a form of communication that your body is using, saying, SOS, this muscle is weak, and we need to do something about it. If you experience a lot of cramping in the back of your thighs and those hamstring muscles, it likely indicates that you need to strengthen that area. One of my favorite ways to help strengthen that area is this simple exercise right here. Bending one heel up as high as you can and then placing it back on the ground, doing the same thing on the other side. These alternating heel lifts can help to isolate that hamstring muscle. You can also use an exercise like a bridge. A bridge does require a little bit more hamstring strength. If you do experience cramping there, just simply work on pushing your feet into the bed or the surface that you're on so you feel the backs of those legs contract, but you're not actually lifting your hips. hold for 3 to 5 seconds, and then continue to work there. If you are experiencing cramping in your calf muscles or the muscles of the lower leg, working on a simple heel raise, just like this, where you lift your heels off the ground from the balls of your feet, place your heels back on the ground, and continue to repeat. This can be a helpful way to strengthen that area. You can take it to the next level by working on a single leg calf raise, where you're doing the same exact movement, but now your full body weight is on one leg instead of evenly distributed via 2. For any of these movements, simply working through 8 to 12 repetitions can be a great place to start. The key is muscle strength comes with consistency. Dedicating yourself over these next 4 to maybe 6 weeks of doing these every other day can be a great place to start building that foundational strength. With more strength, your muscles may become happier. They may become less stiff, less tight, and you may also notice your leg cramps disappear completely. Being able to regain quality sleep can really help to reduce osteoarthritis pain. If you aren't getting enough sleep, you can become more sensitive to pain. Certain movements that may not have hurt before may hurt now if you are deprived of sleep. It is so important to work to address these leg cramps because once you do that, ideally, your sleep will then improve. I did want to caveat this with there are other factors that can help you also reduce leg cramps if you're dealing with them more acutely when they happen. One of those is looking at different supplements. For some people, magnesium can be helpful in reducing leg cramps, especially if you are deficient there. Another one is making sure that you are properly hydrated throughout the day. Dehydration can put you more at risk for leg cramps. If you found this video helpful, share this with anyone you know who might be dealing with these leg cramps and are looking for solutions. Thanks so much for watching. Click that red subscribe button down below if you want updates when I release new videos. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.